Welcome to the Untitled.jpg podcast, where we talk about art, movies, and stuff. So today we actually have Alberto Reyes, and he is an amazing poster artist, but I want him to explain what kind of he does. So what's up, Alberto?
Hey, what's up? How are you?
Good, man. This is a long time coming, and I'm excited to finally talk to you about all your stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's funny that we even have the same name, so it's gonna be a little weird
yeah.
to put it on the title, but it's all right. So yeah, kind of just introduce yourself and let us know like what you do on a day to day.
Okay. Well, I'm graphic designer and illustrator. Well, as I explained to you, then I'm more in my day. I spend my working day is like 90% of my time I'm a freelance graphic designer, and then the rest of the day I'm illustrator. But mostly most of my time, because I have a lot of work of graphic design, I'm working on graphic design things for all my clients.
Right.
But well, also I do all my poster stuff, my illustrations. It's what I like to do.
Yeah, so kind of like get into that. So then you went to college, right? And can you explain how you were able to grab the clients that you have now who are very consistent with you on getting work from you?
Well, I studied graphic design at that school, and well, I draw and I painted all my life. That's like
right. Yeah, that's just kind of our life. Yeah.
But I studied graphic design. Well, I studied graphic design, and while I was studying, I started working on the communication team of a big company. There is a gym on Barcelona and Catalunya, and well, I started to work as graphic designer. When I finished my studies, I was like 1 year only working as graphic designer, and I need something more, because I was very young, and it was the first time in my life that I was only working, and I missed that feeling of being studying, with more people.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
And then I thought what I can do. I did well, I don't know in English, a posgrado. A posgrado is like a next step of studies of graphic design.
Oh, almost like is it a bachelor's or a master's?
Yeah, something like a master.
That?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And then when I finished, well, I thought that I wanted to start studying illustration, not because I need it, because I already was painting and drawing, but because
right.
I wanted to be at the art school again, that feeling.
Yeah.
And well, I studied illustration and animation. I am from watercolors, oil painting, but also After Effects, programs of 3D, all this.
Yeah. I had the same kind of upbringing too with FIT at New York.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing with me, where it's just like you're so used to, at least for me, I went from, kindergarten up, and I never stopped going to school up until college. So I could definitely relate to you when you're leaving college and you're just like, all the routine, it's gone. Like now it's up to me, So I could definitely relate on that. I didn't go for my master's, but yeah, I definitely miss that kind of routine, because now it's all up to you to make your career happen,
Yeah, I know that.
So, yeah. So do you recommend going to college for your art?
It depends. I was all my life thinking that I don't need to go to an art college, but only because I thought that I think that I can draw, I can paint, I can learn for myself all what I need.
Yeah.
But I recommend, because it's not only what you can learn from the teachers, that is super important, but also because you will be with a lot of people with your same mood. I don't know how to say.
Yeah, like the same kind of, the same
Interest.
kind of goal. Yeah,
Yeah.
You're all going for the same goal, and it's always better to like surround yourself with like-minded people.
It
And
will
that's
make you
what
grow. It will make you grow.
exactly. Yeah. So like I was coming from a high school where it was, it was just a public school, so there wasn't really an art program. It had the one class each year to like kind of do, but nobody was really passionate about it. But I grew from just people around me, like I got to get better. But in a good way. It was like a friendly kind of competition in a
Yeah,
sense. But after that, I was just like I learned so much.
yeah. That's the most important thing, because, for example, when I started graphic design, I didn't know how to manage Illustrator, Photoshop. It was like very
Yeah,
useful to know the tools to work.
exactly.
But for illustration, it was super different, because I started, and while some people were learning how to use Photoshop for digital painting, I was in another mood. I was like, okay, let's do this to have fun, to grow. Let's think. I was always doing the same thing,
Yeah.
and it makes me like open my vision and see that there are a lot of things to do.
Yeah, yeah, like not being more open-minded about
Yeah.
everything else that's around, like just to be able to like soak it all up, be a sponge and learn from all these different things.
So I will recommend.
Yeah,
Of course, there are people
yeah,
that don't need to go to art
exactly.
school,
Like
because
yeah, they just have that ingrown talent where it's just like they just start making money, right out of high school kind of thing. I wish I had that, but it's just something that you got to work on. And yeah, for me, college was definitely about the networking and finding my kind of community
yeah.
to grow with. So that's why I would recommend it in that sense. But if you're already making money and you got your own thing going on, I don't see why you need it aside from maybe more networking. But you could do that in other kind of areas.
And of course, if even if you think that you know everything,
Yeah, you
you will
don't.
learn something useful about
Yeah,
technique or about anything. I don't know, but you will learn. You never
exactly.
know
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like when I even spoke to you for one of the first few times, I like DM'd you to just like kind of figure out your style on like what kind of brushes you use and everything.
Yeah.
And even from just that small conversation, I like switched up my brush work and like kind of made my own in a sense, and it's changed up my work.
On Twitter chat, no? It's like,
Yeah, yeah, on Twitter. Yeah, and I feel like that's gotten so much better than Instagram now because I feel like I was able to communicate better with all the different kind of poster artists there and actually like interact with them better there. Because Instagram now is like I don't know if you even saw, but the head of Instagram recently said that there's changing up that it's not even like a photo app anymore.
yeah, it's
It's gonna be more like content creation and everything. It's gonna be really hard for like illustrators just to like show off their work.
yeah, because maybe they are pushing to create and to publish content every day or every 2 days,
Yeah,
and well, there are people that, or you can do it. You can publish every day a sketch or something like this, but it's not that easy. For me,
exactly.
I can be 2 or 3 months without posting, and then maybe I post every week. But it depends. If I have something to show, maybe sometimes I can work like non-stop for 3 months, but I can't show anything because I have no permission. So
Yeah,
uh,
it's like you're not even working, but like you really are, but it's just you can't show anything. And that's like
yeah,
the name of the game, especially like for film and everything. You can't show anything, especially if they have NDA forms or it's just like the movie doesn't come out in like another 2 years and you still can't show. It's rough, man. I get
yeah,
it, and like that's the same thing with me with Instagram. It's like I try and post at least once a week, but things catch up and like you get commissions that sometimes you don't want to show, or it's just like it doesn't go with the flow of your Instagram and everything. So it's a constant battle, but I know a lot of people are moving now towards Twitter that didn't have Twitter before because of just the algorithm is just so much better. Like even from liking somebody's post, it like goes to their followers as well.
yeah.
So it's
It's always
exponential with that.
changing. It's always changing.
Yeah.
Uh, Before, I think that it was easier. Maybe I don't know, because now I didn't try to make an account from zero, but
Yeah.
I remember when I started with Instagram, it was like easy to grow, because using a couple of hashtags, illustration, portrait,
Yeah.
a lot of people see your work. And I remember my experience was different because I remember one day I had like, I don't know, 200 followers, and one day I wake up and see, and I have like 3,000.
Oh my
And
gosh.
what happened? I didn't know what happened. It
Yeah.
was crazy, and I saw a page that is called BuzzFeed, that they post my Instagram, like 10 illustrators you need to follow on Instagram. And it was,
Oh.
for me, it was like a boost. And then from
Yeah.
three, but from this time, when all the this boost stopped, I had like in one day 3,000 followers. But then you need to be posting.
Exactly. You gotta, yeah, because then you'll just lose them right after, because they're expecting you to post constantly.
You can do. It's like my last poster. I post my community poster,
Yeah.
and I receive a lot of followers, but fans of community. Maybe these fans of community, when they will see that I don't do only community illustrations
Yeah.
about community, they will see, okay, yeah, I like your work, but unfollow because I like
Yeah. They
to.
just want to see community content. Yeah.
It's not the number you have; it's the quality of.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
it's,
if you have a 1 million, of course, it will be
yeah.
you will be very happy, and a lot of work will come to you just for this. But if you have a 1,000, maybe it's better than 10,000. But if in this 1,000 there are art directors, there are
Yeah, exactly.
another big artist, it's the quality.
Yeah. It's definitely quality over quantity for sure. But, I
We
mean,
don't need to be blind about numbers and followers
yeah.
because
Yeah. It's something I've struggled with a lot because I've been stuck at like I haven't even broken 2,000 yet. I've been stuck around like 1,400 to 1,000. Like recently, I got boosted like another 100 followers, which is great. Like I have these 1,400 followers, but then only 10% see the work. Like it's that kind of algorithm that it's just messing everything up. And it's like maybe someone hasn't liked something in a while, but whatever I knew I post, they might like, but they can't see it because they haven't liked it
of
in
course.
so long.
That's
So
why
it's
it's
rough,
better to
man.
use this social media, in my opinion. I'm not an expert, and I'm not,
Right.
but it's better to use these channels as a community. The community to make to have contact with other people, more
Yeah.
than to try to grow and to more likes, more. It's like it's better to have a community of people
Hmm.
that you follow. They follow you. You can
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
One
better.
that I always do recommend that I've been like implementing to make sure I'm posting the new work on there is Behance because I've actually gotten work from there
Hmm.
just from like months ago that I posted something and then they'll be like, "Oh, I really like that kind of thing." Because it's more focused on like you said like art directors, other illustrators that are posting their work on there and everything.
Yeah.
And I always kind of neglected it until recently because I didn't realize that. I just thought it was just going to be another social media, but it's just far different in that sense where you're going to get
No,
more
Behance
professional eyes on there.
it's great. I use
Yeah.
it because I have my website is I did my website with the Adobe Portfolio.
Oh, okay.
When
Yeah.
and it's linked to Behance. So when I publish a project on Behance, it's already on my website.
Oh,
So
dude, that's perfect.
I
Yeah,
only
so it's
need
like all
to
synced
publish
up.
one time.
I didn't even realize that yours was like an Adobe portfolio. I thought it was just like your own website kind of thing. So
No,
it's
no,
kind of cool.
and it's a template of Adobe Portfolio, super
That's
simple,
awesome.
but it's only to show images. So
Yeah,
images and a
yeah,
little text
that's awesome, man. So
works
that's
very
something
good.
that people could look into. And then that's part of like being a subscriber for Adobe, or is
Yeah,
that like something
when
free?
if you are subscribed for example, to Photoshop,
Yeah.
you have access to Adobe Portfolio and to
Okay.
Photoshop, Lightroom, all the
Yeah.
things. It works better. Yeah,
So that's good
it's
to know
great.
for people that, just starting out because then I know they're worried about, paying for a website and like paying for a domain and all that. We just use
Yes,
Adobe, man. Yeah.
I have the same problem. I before this one I use WordPress,
Yeah.
and I was like, 1 year without updating my website. No, if you want to see my last projects, go to my Instagram and you can check. And it was
Yeah.
no, it's not professional.
Right.
And
Right.
then I saw that it was linked to Behance, and for me it was like the light. I saw the light. You know?
Yeah. Just simplified everything for you. I dig that, man. All right. So let's get into then. Like, what was the one definitive moment that made you realize like you can make a career out of art?
it's it's hard to say. It's hard to choose one moment because I started to work as graphic designer while I was studying, you know.
Yeah.
So 1 year before, I didn't know how to open Photoshop, and like 1 year and a half later, I was working as a graphic designer and not trainee or
Yeah.
with game changer. For me, it was like, okay, you can do that because not the people that will hire you will see what you do, nor if you have this title or you study on this school or this other school. For me, it was okay. You need to do cool things,
Yeah.
beautiful things, have a good portfolio, and then maybe you can work on it. But it's different to be self-employed than to be working for a big company.
Yeah.
You don't need, in my opinion, you don't need to have a moment that mark you, and you need to say, okay, I can do that. Now I
Right.
see. Now
Okay.
I'm 100% sure. You need to work and work and work because in life you will lose your job. You will, but because shit happens,
Exactly. Shit happens. Yeah.
and maybe you are sure that, and you think, okay, I can do that because I'm good doing this and I'm fully motivated, and 2 weeks later your dream job say, okay, goodbye, we don't need you more, I don't know, we have less
Yeah.
clients than before,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you need to be constant. In my case, I will tell you the first job I had, because it was like, okay, I'm studying, I want to be a graphic designer, I want to paint, I want to do to play
Yeah.
with images, and suddenly I was in a studio doing posters for events, and it was like, okay, I'm a graphic designer, yeah, it's happening. So
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
it was my first job, I think. I don't know.
So that's kind of where you realized it was like, okay, yeah, this is happening. But
Yeah,
I
for
see
me,
what
it's
you.
like the first
Yeah.
time someone pays you to do
Yeah.
a good job, no?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Like once you get that really good check, and it's not like you're giving away like work for like $50 kind of thing. It's like, oh no, this is a professional job kind of thing.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I get what you mean. Where it's just like it's a constant grind. There's not really a moment where you decide, yeah, this is me. We can do it. It's like once you just start making work, it's just like you're doing it.
Yeah. And the same with illustration, because I was always doing, for example, I was, when I started working in graphic design, I do like all type of illustration, all the styles that can you do this comic style? Of course. Can you do this
Yeah,
cartoon? Of course. Can you do this realistic? Of course. And it was when people ask me, oh, but you draw, you paint. What is your style? And I didn't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I do anything. What do you want to do?
yeah. Whatever you want, I could do, kind of
Yeah,
thing. Yeah,
but there was a time that people only ask me to do things that I don't like, or I don't like, or
yeah,
I don't know to do well, because a lot of people ask me to do cartoon, or a lot of
yeah,
people, and I love cartoon, I love comic, but I'm not good doing this.
yeah,
To
yeah,
do
yeah.
a good pose, to do a good character, I spend a lot of time.
Yeah.
So I see it with myself, and say, um, what I want to do. If people ask me to do a drawing, a painting, a poster, I say, okay, this kind of style. I start doing only this style, only. and this is what I'm doing now.
Yeah, what you've been posting on Instagram, that's like the style that you came to be,
Yeah.
in a sense. Yeah, right. Yeah, I've gotten those jobs too, where it's just like, oh, can you do this children's book? Oh, can you do this logo? Which like I like recently I hated doing logos, but I've grown to like kind of enjoy it a little bit. I feel like when people see, oh, you're an artist or illustrator, they see you as, oh, graphic designer. Like, they assume that you could do kind of everything, but it's just like, no, we have specific things that we enjoy.
Yeah, but even if when you are illustrator or only illustrator, because I have people that contact me to do a poster for their theatrical, or they contact me. Oh, I love your work. I see your Instagram or I see your website. Can you do something like this for me? And they send me like something super cartoon. Years ago, I decided to say no, I can't. You can go with this guy or this guy or this guy that I know, and I know that
Right,
they will work.
recommending other ones that could like actually
Because
take on their
it makes
work.
no sense to because if not, illustration can be a pain. I don't know how to say.
No,
if,
no,
if you
yeah,
if
like it could just be dreadful to like make, like, just because you're trying to make money, and then even though you hate the job, it's a lose-lose, because you're going to be working on it and you're going to be hating the whole time
of
what you're
course,
making, because it's not something you're comfortable with,
yeah, I spend a lot of time working on design. So when I paint, I want the illustration to be my happy place.
Yeah.
And I need to have fun. I need to do something that me
Yeah,
aporte
like,
algo. You
yeah,
know,
that inspires you and motivates you to keep on
yeah,
going, kind of thing. Yeah. The
motivation. Yeah.
motivation, yeah. Um
So
yeah, and that's the same way with me. I love doing the drawing aspect of it. Like, my favorite process is like going through the thumbnails, picking the thumbnail, sketching out, to see where it's going to go. All that whole process is great, but then when it comes to me like doing the title work and like all that stuff, that's where I'm just like, oh man, because like I've been learning a lot, and with school, I learned more of the whole graphic design aspect, but still, it's just like, that's my handicap a little bit, where it's just like deciding on a title font to go with the poster and like
the title
laying it
work
out.
and all these things is something that I love,
Yeah.
because for me that's why for me the poster work, movie posters, alternative movie posters, or all these kind of
Yeah.
things, it's perfect because it's illustration and design,
And design, yeah.
and cinema, and all together. That's why it's for me it's the perfect work.
Yeah, yeah. It's something that I've always loved, like, ever since college, because it was something that I got introduced to me. Like, when I found out about Druzan, my mind was like blown. I'm like, what? People used to like paint posters, and it wasn't just photography. So like that's what started it all for me. And then that's why I'm like kind of a little late to the game with when it comes to the like graphic design and everything. But because I've been getting all these logo jobs and all of that, it's just been adding on to like my knowledge of it, everything. But is there anything you recommend for like just people that struggle with graphic design, like what like they should do to like kind of learn more about it?
In graphic design,
Yeah, yeah.
graphic design. I mean, I finished my studies of graphic design like 17 years ago or something like this. So a lot of time ago, I was 21.
Yeah.
20, no, I was 20. Yeah, 21. So a lot of time. And it's the in graphic design for me. It's still you need to still you always have to be with open mind, looking for trends, not to only design in trends.
Yeah.
Now this is trendy. Okay, I will do that now. Not because of it,
Okay.
but you need to be always learning and always open, because if not, when you will be 20 or 10 years, if you are 10 years working as graphic designer, when you need to refresh your mind. You need to be always creative, but at least me, my mind always is the same. I always do the same process, the same creative process. So if I don't change my mind, the final result will be very similar every time.
Every
So
time from like when you
I need
started,
to
right?
refresh my mind with new references, with new people that to study, with
Yeah.
new trends, because these will be like new ingredients to your, you know,
To yeah,
to,
to like what you're already kind of creating.
yeah,
So like what I use when it comes to stuff like that, even when I'm doing like just graphic design logos and all of that, I Pinterest is like my best friend because
yeah.
I'll go in there, then just consolidate. I make like boards for each project, but I'll make them private for myself, and then yeah, just pick and choose like all these different references and like all these different styles that might work for that said project. So
Yeah.
okay,
But
so I
this is
see what you
something.
mean.
This is something that you need to do.
Yeah,
The other day, well, the other day, maybe it was 1 month ago, I was talking with a friend, with Aurelio, that he is also a graphic designer and illustrator. Well, he is the one of the painters,
yeah, from the Painters Collective
and
that we'll get into.
we were talking, and I said, "Whoa, there is a lot of time since I do a research of new things, new inspirations of graphic design, because lately I'm only researching, inspiring for illustration and poster work, and it's
Yeah,
something like I told to Aurelio, I need to do it again. I feel like I need to do again.
like a refresh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just stay 1 2 hours. What I remember, this guy was so good. What he's doing now? Oh, okay. Or just enter to Behance and search
and just yeah.
packaging design and see what people is doing. Just
Right.
to
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Cause yeah, we get kind of stuck in our own heads sometimes when again, like with just a bunch of work that we forget that there's still amazing work out there being created that we could just, source from.
because for example, for me with the poster work, it's different because every movie is different,
Yeah,
every series is
exactly.
different, and
Yeah.
with the same style, because it's the same painting style, you can do, depending on the concept, you can do very different things. But for example, for me with design, I have a client that is a vaping lab, and I'm doing the visual identity for a lot of brands.
Yeah.
And a lot of people tell you the same. No, my brand is premium. I want to be premium, elegant, top, fresh. And it's
Yeah.
premium. The brand is premium. It's
Yeah.
top quality, and they want to have something elegant. It's true. But if you don't have new ideas, when
You're gonna
you when you
yeah.
when you did like 5 brands, it's hard to, because at least it's always the same kind of packaging, the same kind of uh, you know
Yeah.
the size is the same. It's hard to do super different things if you are not refreshing your mind almost every day.
Yeah, like everybody wants the same exact thing, but if you don't like look for different like references or like inspirations, you're gonna be making the same five logos and giving it to them, and and that's counterintuitive for sure.
This is like when someone that receives you, a logo or a poster or
Yeah,
whatever. Say, we have a joke with friends that what happens when someone says, I want like more, this is the same but more dynamic. What is more dynamic? This is an
right.
image, a
Yeah,
static
you
image.
know.
More dynamic, italic, or I mean dynamic. No.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you need to have like skills to do. Okay, this client wants something more dynamic. I can do, I don't know, this kind of composition. Or
yeah,
okay, last time that I did something dynamic for a client, I used italic. I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
But
You just kind of
always,
like a backlog and make sure, like, all right, maybe I could use this. I could change
yeah.
it up a little bit, but it's also the fact that a lot of these clients aren't designers themselves. They're just like,
Hmm.
oh, I want this, and this, but it's all in their head. They don't know how to explain it
Yeah,
properly. So then you get like answers like that, like, can you make it more dynamic? And it
yeah,
might even mean that's something totally different in their head than what we're
yeah.
thinking.
Imposters is different. It's different to deal with the feedback and all the things, because
Yeah.
it's all for me. The I have like two super different process when I'm designing or when I'm doing an illustration, a poster work. It's super different I have like
like
two
like
parts
two
of my
different
brain.
yeah, like it's a different thought process, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So can you walk us through like your process then about like how you initially start a poster, what kind of things that you do? Because I know you were talking about it before about Community, how you watched it like 400 times or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
So kind of walk us through how like that was made and like all of that stuff.
Yeah, of course. The first thing, if it's a movie poster of a existing poster, it's an alternative movie poster or something like this, it's to rewatch the movie the times that it's necessary. If it maybe, for example, when I did the Social Redemption poster, I only rewatched it was one time because the first time when I saw one scene, I have like an epiphany. I don't know how to say in English. I know what
An
I want to
epiphany,
do. Yeah,
right? You had to like right, you already know like boom, that's the source of inspiration. We're good to go.
and that was enough for me.
Yeah.
But for other type of posters, I watched the movie 3 4 times because one time is to refresh the movie because
Yeah.
you see it like 1 year ago. Second time, you're seeing the movie but trying to only thinking in the concept you will do. Oh, maybe I can focus on this or focus on that. The third time is to make screenshots and have your own
Yeah.
stills to, and it's the first part of the process is this one.
Yeah,
You
it's the
know,
longest one I feel because it's the research because I don't think people realize that we have to do so much research and like gathering of references
I
before we start a
spent I
piece.
spent more time doing the concepts for my posters, the ideas,
Yeah,
more than painting.
right, right. Yeah, because
And
once you got the painting, you already know everything. It's just straight, just doing the finish at that
yeah,
point.
but well, the first thing that I do is okay, let's see a movie. Then I get with my notes and my screenshots and all this thing. I try to think an idea or a couple or three ideas
Yeah,
but focus on a concept. What I want to express. For example, in Social Redemption, I was trying to do something that when people see the poster, they see something positive, not negative. Because the story is hard, but I want to
yeah,
focus on the positivity of Andy Dufresne, the main character.
yeah.
So this was the idea. With just to explain a little bit because I'm when I work on the concepts, I don't work on okay, I want to do a pyramidal composition with I think on what's behind the poster.
Yeah.
I
Okay, so
did.
you think more about the backgrounds as
Yeah,
well? Most
sometimes
yeah.
sometimes later, if I don't explain you my idea, you will not see. You will see a nice image, but
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I always try to have a concept, behind.
Yeah, your posters
Um,
end up being super detailed. Like the Community one, man. Like I'm looking at it right now, and just everything happening in the background. People focus more on the portraitures, but you have like
yeah,
a whole scene going on for
but
your
that's
posters.
what I want to do with Community. For example, I want
Yeah,
to do what's for me Community. Community is the story of the seven of Greendale, the seven main characters.
yeah,
Study room is another character because it's super
yeah.
important.
Because that's where they always
But
meet. Yeah, like that's
but
their
what
hub.
happens with Community? In Community, every episode happen a lot of things. So I want my poster with a lot of things. You can see the paintball splashes on
Yeah,
the. You can see characters in the background. You can see details of each episode on. It's like a
yeah,
choral series with a lot of things happening. My poster will be a choral poster with a lot of things happening.
yeah. Up to even like the little posters inside them, like the little wanted poster with like, have you seen this hand? Like, dude, that's insane. And I mean, but you said it in your Instagram post that it took like 3 months, right? Just to
Yeah,
like complete everything.
yeah.
So that's commitment on its own, man. Wow. Jeez. I mean, like I've had posters like that where it's just like they take that long process or like I put it in the back burner. Is this something like that you were working on in between projects, or like you were like really focusing on it for these 3
No,
months?
it's always between projects.
Okay.
For example, I did a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
Yes.
poster,
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
and it was like 3 weeks for me to paint.
Okay.
But because I was in holidays, with my clients, all these things, I say, okay, I have 3 weeks, I will be holidays, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I had to do this poster because it was for an exhibition with alternative movie posters page, and I have 3 weeks only to do this poster. So for me, it was like, oh,
It was
this is
heavy.
great.
Yeah, because you were like, that's what
only
I want
only
to do.
painting,
Yeah.
trying. It's different. It's different. But I used to, when I say this was like 3 months working, it's not 3 months working 8 hours a day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like the in between time that you have, maybe like an hour a day, maybe like half an
Yeah.
hour, just like get
Sometimes I
something
can
done.
sometimes I can paint like 2 or 3 hours a day, but
Hmm.
sometimes I can be 2 weeks
Touching it.
without painting.
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends on the work that I have
Yeah,
as a
that's the
graphic
name of
designer.
the game, right? Like, I mean, like with me, a lot of all the work that I've been doing recently is just like the personal work, and like the same thing. It's just it has to be like when I have the time, because I have my day job. I'm doing that 9 to 5, but then from 5 to 10 or something, 5 to 12, I'm doing my poster work, or my fun projects, commissions, all of that. So I get what in that sense, just like all these projects are all happening all at once, and then you got to make time for each one whenever you can.
It will be a moment when you will have to decide if you want to do one thing or the other thing.
Yeah,
I have a
yeah,
friend that told me, but you need to stop doing design and focus on illustration, poster work. But I say, I like the graphic design too. I don't want
yeah,
to stop designing. So I made a decision, and I decided that I will do both things. But if you are very passionate about art and about all these things, there will be a moment when you will have enough work to decide if you want to push and
yeah,
to try to live, to pay your bills only with the
yeah.
art.
That's the dream, man. Like that's straight up my dream since I like got out of college. It's like I just want to be able to live off my art. I don't need to be famous or anything, but just enough to pay those bills and just like work from home and just do art all day. Like that's amazing.
But sometimes it's something that you will decide, or sometimes life will te llevará por el camino. It
Yeah.
will,
It'll like gear you to a different direction, pretty much.
yeah.
Yeah. Like, cause life is unpredictable for sure.
For so I was working always for other people, for companies, for marketing agencies,
Yeah.
and my dream always was like, I want to be at home with my own clients. I tried in the past with a friend. We have a studio like when we were 22 or 23, but it was also only 2 or 3 years. I don't remember. Then crisis on the Spain was super hard. We were working only for the I don't know how to say it, ayuntamientos. It's like public money. If the country don't have money, you don't have work because we all.
Right. Right. Okay. Got you. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I need to work again for the marketing agencies, and it's like I lose my faith that I will be at home working,
Oh, okay.
but I didn't decide to be freelance and with my own clients. I was working for the same company like 6 or 7 years, and then suddenly they stopped paying me. They say, I don't have money to pay you,
Oh.
and and life. That's why I tell
Yeah.
you
Life
sometimes
hits
life.
you with curveballs. Yeah. Shit
Yeah.
happens, right?
So I was very lucky because I worked during my whole life. I work with a lot of people and
Yeah.
with a lot of good people and good people in good persons.
Yeah.
And when they say, "Hey, what are you doing now?" No, well, now I'm looking for more clients.
Word of mouth. So that's kind
Yeah,
of like that's where
I
you built
start
up
getting
your client
clients.
business.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
started
that's
getting clients, and this client recommend me to another client, and this to another
right.
client, and then I started like with one fixed client and 4 or 5 little clients that give me work sometimes.
Here and there.
But now I have like 4 fixed clients that I have a monthly fee with them, so I feel like more
Yeah,
um,
relaxed. Yeah, because now
yeah,
you
because
have those four clients are paying the bills pretty much,
yeah,
and then now you
I
can
know
like relax.
exactly to pay the bills
Yeah.
because at least here in Spain it's very expensive to be self-employed, because
Yeah.
we pay a lot of money to be able to work.
Yeah.
Here is a thing that it's called cuota de autónomos, that now we are paying, I don't know in dollars, I don't know, but in dollars should be like uh, $350 or something like this to be able to work, and then the
Okay.
20% of all our sales of our
Right. Yeah. This
bills.
kind of yeah. It's similar to here in America, where it's
Yeah.
just like yeah, you're
So
self-employed
you need to
and
to you need to
a-
to work a lot
allocate.
to have a
Yeah.
salary.
Exactly. You need to allocate a couple funds too for like the taxes and everything
Yeah,
at the end of the year, stuff like that. So
of course. So
yeah,
when
people
you
don't think
have
about
when
that.
you have some clients that
Yeah.
with a monthly fee, it's like, okay, now it's also for your head. You are
Yeah.
not thinking, oh, what I will do the next month, I don't know what will happen. If
Yeah.
you're happy and your clients are happy with you, it's another game. you know like,
Yeah, for
okay.
real, man. That's why I haven't really dived deep into like freelance work, because that's so like intimidating to them. Like when you first start out, you're like, all right, but how am I going to pay the bills once I start freelancing? But
We
yeah,
all
like
need
that's
money.
a yeah, exactly. We all need money. Art, has to pay the bills somehow. So I always like how I'm starting out. Kind of is kind of been my way of doing it. It's just like have that day job until like what you did was just build up that clientele from that. And so when you first got your first clients, were you like reaching out to them, or were they coming to you from like other things?
The first client that I can consider a big client for me, it's not Nike, or
Yeah.
it's a big client for
No, but
me.
still, yeah, it's
And the client that gives me the opportunity to work with a monthly fee, that okay, you will work from home, you will be my
yeah.
designer, but of course you are a freelance. So it comes through a friend that works with me. He was the marketing manager in an agency, and I was the graphic designer.
Yeah.
And one day he called me, hey Alberto, ¿cómo estás? Hey, how are you? Let's go for a beer. And well, I explained, well, I'm now freelance. And he said, okay, I have a guy that is looking for a good graphic designer. I will recommend you. I did a meeting with the client.
Yeah.
He told me, okay, Leo told me super good about you. Well, I sent a portfolio, of course. I like a lot your portfolio. Let's do a test. Let's work together 3 months, and let's see how it works for you and for me, because maybe for me it was, it's
Yeah,
not
it doesn't work.
only.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a little test run that to see
And
if you guys are compatible in that
yeah,
sense.
and it was like perfect for me. I've been working with this client for now 4 years, and this client recommend me to other people.
Okay, so that's like kind of what you were saying. Yeah, it's just like all of it came from word of mouth for you.
Yeah, and the main thing, I didn't sit even the the funny thing is that I don't have a graphic design webpage,
Right.
because
Yeah. So that's what we were
I
talking
only
about
have
before. Like
the
illustration. Yeah, you're only
yeah,
showing illustration. So how are you getting all these like design jobs
because
then? Like if
because
they can't see
I
your work.
had the opportunity with this guy, because I have, obviously I have my portfolio with
Yeah.
all my works. And when people is happy working with you, people will recommend you. And it was suddenly I see myself with three big clients, working as graphic designer, and someone asking me, hey, this guy, I don't know, this company recommend me to work with you. Can I see your page? And
Right. So
I don't know have my page ready yet because I don't have time. I only have my illustration page because it's something like I want to show to the world because it's like, hey, I'm doing art.
Yeah.
But in my case, I'm very lucky because it was always working with one people, recommend to other people, recommend to other people, recommend.
Yeah.
And trying to work, always doing my best so people is happy. And if someone recommend, I mean, for me too, if someone asks me, hey, can you recommend me, I don't know, a guy who can repair Emacs, I will recommend a guy that I like how
Right. And that's the name of our game, man. It's just straight up recommendations, and that's how you kind of get your start. So that's why it's so important to like surround yourself with other artists, because you never know what can come from it. For sure.
With poster work was more or less the same. For me, it was super special when I did for fun an illustration of a web series that I like a lot. It's called Malviviendo here in Spain.
That's on your webpage, right?
I don't know if it's on my webpage because it's super old, and I try to have my page with the last word.
Yeah. Okay.
But they contacted me. For me, it was like, okay, that's great, and I started working with them for in the next project that they do.
Right.
But it was like very punctual from time to time. I was doing mostly portraits to people.
Okay.
But this was something that I don't hate, but I don't like. Because, okay, can you do a portrait? Okay, yes. And then people send you super bad photos.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah, you ask for that high res image, and they'll get a picture from like their phone from 2003 or something, like so blurry or something.
Okay, and it was okay. I don't know you. I don't know. How, your teeth. How are you have teeth or not? I don't see on the photo. If
so
you have
with that, I don't know if you know about the app Remini.
No.
Okay, so there's this app on iPhone. I don't know if it's on Android, but you put the like that blurry image onto their servers already. Like you submit it, and then it comes back to you like the AI or whatever the computer brings back all the details somehow. It's crazy. I'll show you after like the quality that it does, and it's free. And what's crazy, it's free. And like I have to make a YouTube video about it because it's I feel like it would be so helpful for these kind of jobs. When I found out about it through Craig, that my friend, I was working on an oil painting of this really old picture of a mom, like I don't know, from the 80s or something. Same thing. It was so small, so blown out, I couldn't see anything. I put it through the app, and it somehow found the face in all that mess.
But that's crazy.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's like through AI. Like the AI software, it like I guess picks from.
So maybe sometimes the face will be the likeness will be better than others. Maybe.
Yeah, like sometimes, like there were images where it was like that someone was smiling, and then it tried to like get the same smile, but it'll mess it up somehow. But it does enough for you to like finally see the details in the eyes and everything at least. So yeah, I'm gonna show you that app after. It'll be very helpful for you. Yeah.
No, but this was one of the problems only to do portraits because it was always okay. Do this portrait. Okay, it was not funny for me, and it was like okay, some of people that can you do a portrait? Okay, this is my fee. These are my rate. Oh, I thought that you were doing it for $5. No.
Exactly. No, yeah. Then there's those that don't understand the time it takes to make these portraits or anything.
You want a realistic portrait.
Yeah.
But then I started to do because I make a peak, a change in my head.
Yeah.
And when I discovered that I can mix all the things that I like, the design, the illustration, the cinema, the series, Okay, let's do posters. I can do my own posters. And I
Yeah.
was doing posters for myself and publishing it on Instagram. And I met Juan Carlos Ruiz Burgos.
Yes,
And
I wanna talk
yeah,
with him too. He's so
yeah,
good.
he's for
Yeah.
me is top, is on the scene, is one of the best poster artists. So it's
Yeah, for
incredible.
sure.
And one day I was talking, hey, I like a lot your work, and well, he said, oh, okay, I like your work too, and he asked me, are you selling your posters? No. Okay. It's incredible how be surrounded rodeado, surrounded by good people
Yeah,
can change your
exactly. Like,
life.
yeah, your community, like I was saying, it's so important to surround yourself with that kind of circle
because
of
because
people.
he said, okay, I will do a Skype with you, and I will explain you how you can do and how you can contact people to sell your posters in a good way, how you can be available for private commissions or even for licensed work. But I
Oh.
never talked with him before,
Yeah,
and
yeah, he was
and
just
he told,
helpful.
okay,
Yeah.
let's do a Skype call and I will explain you. For me, it was vale, it's okay, thank
Invaluable,
you.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I started to work in only imposters because it's more funny for me, and
Yeah.
also makes me more money also because
So
it's
I have a question on that then. So then cuz I guess he told you about it. So then you're selling your posters now, but how do you go around like the whole licensing deal?
it depends. There is this is a little bit blurry thing, you know, because
Okay.
there is the most of posters that I do are private commissions. So someone asked me to do a poster, I do a poster, you know,
Okay.
that's all. Um, then are the same thing but with license through the galleries. You know, I mean, you can have the gallery. If you don't have the license, you can't sell the
Yeah.
poster. It's only a private commission. Okay, it's a private commission. If you have a license, you can sell whatever you want. Well, the gallery will sell whatever you want.
Yeah, yeah,
They will
cuz
tell
through
you,
them
they pay at the end you need to pay the license to sell
the
the
piece.
posters.
Yeah.
For example, you told me before about the McFly tribute that we did.
Yeah.
We didn't sell it because we don't have the license.
You don't have so you were just it was more of a passion project of just creating that work.
Yeah. Now
Okay.
that's why we are working on the shadows to do licensed work because people wanted to have the McFly the
Right,
McFly
right.
version, but it's it's something, it's not impossible, but it's very difficult because as far as I know, Michael J. Fox have a very high fee for the to use
For licensing
the
his likeness, right?
yeah. Well, we did it like a passion project. Well, we did it. I don't know. We didn't talk about it, but with Aurelio, Saniose,
Yeah, yeah,
Reburgos, and
yeah.
me,
We'll get
we did
into
it
that.
because we wanted to do something together. Because we talk a lot, we do a lot of Skypes, we talk a lot of art,
Yeah.
and we felt like we wanted to do something together. Like, okay, let's do something for Back to the Future. Oh, okay, let's do a set of portraits just to have something together,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
passion
yeah.
project. But people like it, people ask for it, but we cannot sell, unfortunately,
Right.
because
Right. Yeah, cuz those were amazing, man. Like I wanted to pick some of them up, but like you said, yeah, you couldn't sell them. But I'm more thinking of like is there a limit that you could sell that like that you won't get in trouble with licensing? Like, is there a possibility like to sell 150 prints and then that's the limit and you're good, or
I'm not an
is this?
expert, but
Yeah,
as far as I know, even if you sell one
it's
or
bad.
two, it's bad.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
It's rough, man.
a lot of
Yeah.
artists start with private commissions because if you don't have the contact with the gallery, at the end you are selling your artwork to one people. Um, they can do a limited run of 30, super limited.
Yeah.
But it's something difficult because if the licensor want, they can send you a cease and desist. I
A
don't know
cease
how
and
to,
cease and desist and like take all the money, I guess.
because you don't
Something like
have
that.
you don't have the rights. But
Oh yeah.
then you go to, at least in here in Spain, you go to El Corte Inglés and they are selling without license a lot of things. It's better to have all with license, but
Yeah.
to go to the level to do all with license, you first of all you need to do things and to show to the world what you do. You know.
Yeah. It's a struggle, man, because like you said, it's just like you do these pieces and then people want them and then you're just like,
Mm.
I don't know, like I mean, maybe I guess with the limited prints, you should be fine,
Yeah.
but
I try to avoid.
yeah,
I mean, for myself, you know, I don't sell prints.
yeah,
When people ask me, "Hey, you say prints?" No, I don't. When I sell my artist proof, it's because it's a private commission and I have like 5, and they are mine, and I'm selling
yeah.
mine. But I
So
don't have a shop. I don't have a big cartel or a Society 6. I don't have a
yeah,
shop. Well, I
that,
do I did this portrait of Superman and I'm selling this portrait. No, I don't do that. It's You can do this. You can do
yeah.
this, and maybe DC or DC or maybe some gallery with license will tell you, hey, you're selling without license. But I don't do it
Right.
by
Yeah, it's
myself.
different with everybody that I've noticed. Yeah, like some people play with it, some people like don't
And
mess with it, kind of thing.
some people need the
Yeah,
money.
they need to make the money, right? And that's like the struggle with that. So I guess yeah, like you said. So when you make a private commission, and then so you give them like a full size print of it, and then you make prints for yourself. Like
No. I never make prints for myself. When I
okay,
make a private commission, it's like I'm commission. I mean, I'm contacted by a commissioner,
yeah, yeah.
and he do all the thing. The screen printing. I only paint,
Oh, so you only paint, and then you send them the file, and then they do what they
of
do
course,
with it.
of
Okay,
course.
got you. So then, what are you talking about when you with the artist proofs? Like when does that come into play?
The artist proof are like a limited, very limited. I mean, can be 5 or can be
Yeah.
a little bit more prints that you have that are for you because it's your art,
Yeah.
and you can sell
Okay.
it or you can not sell it. But of course, if you can sell it,
Why
it's
not? Right.
why not?
Yeah. Yeah. Because
But again, it's always difficult to talk about this topic because it's like, okay, 100% that you need to have the license of
yeah,
Superman to sell prints of Superman. But there is
there's
things that
people and companies that do it without it. Yeah. Yeah. That's why when I first started out, I was just like trying to figure all that stuff out. So it's helpful, like to hear from somebody else
for
that's in it.
example, for me, it's super important the private commissions because it's mostly what I do now.
Yeah. Like I've
I'm
seen
doing
that on.
some things.
Yeah.
I'm doing something with license here and there,
Yeah.
but mostly I'm doing these private commissions that allows me to show to the world, also to the galleries, what I can do. You know,
Exactly. Yeah. Because yeah, and that's something I'm trying to like bring up is
and
just like the private commissions, like trying to get
yeah,
more of
and
that.
it's not something that, no, I'm selling 1,000 prints. No, you will
Yeah.
never you will never be on the same level as the galleries,
Yeah.
because
Exactly.
I can sell uh, 30. I don't know. It's a very, 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 very limited run, no? And the
Yeah.
gallery can sell 1,000. I mean,
Yeah,
there are
it's you
some there are
can't be, and then they
some
also have like the deal with like printers that could bring the cost down on that. Because I know as for me, like I'm gonna be in the Gallery 1988 Crazy for Cult show.
hmm?
It's out in California, but I had to do all the printing, and that got super expensive, even for like 11 by 6, 11 by 17 that I did.
But you need to
So
pay por adelantado. You need to pay all the printing.
yeah, so I had to do like I did all the printing, so it gets expensive when you're on your own, but when you're connected to a gallery, I think some of them handle all of that and then just like put it into their cut or whatever. But
Well, in my opinion, you need to paint, because if you have to put all the money in front, and then if there are sales, you will win money. If no, you will lose money. It's
yeah,
super
yeah. I
hard
mean,
for you.
yeah. So I priced it in a way where I'll still be making money. It's my first gallery show that's not here in New York, so it's something of like exciting for me. So it's
No,
gonna be in
everything can
August.
do what,
Yeah,
but I mean, for me, it's like, if there is the possibility that I lose money
then you don't
doing
work
the,
on it.
oof,
Yeah,
why to work on it? Because I can
right.
do it as a passion project, and I will be on the same level. I will not lose.
Yeah,
I will not
got you.
win money.
Okay. So it's good to know on that. So then for I know that you did for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. It was for a 30 show for AMP, right?
Hmm. Yep.
Was that you didn't sell either? It was just to be
No.
in the show.
No. They told me if I want to sell, but before they asked me, hey, you can you sell prints with us about this poster? I was asked for another people to do a very, very, very limited run with the super special effects and all these things, and I say, okay, I prefer this, and I did like this, but
So
yeah,
they didn't have the license or anything. It was just
I
more
don't
of
I
like
don't know. I don't know.
okay. It's one of those things too. Yeah, it's rough. Yeah. All right.
Uh,
So what's a dream project that you want to work on? Like, what's the dream client for you?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, because I'm not. I don't have a like a dream project. I want to work. I want to do the poster for the next Avengers movie.
Yeah.
No, I don't have. I'm like more simple in this way. I want to be step by step. Now
Okay.
I'm doing some things with cool license that I like a lot. Working with people that I love. This is great for me. Next step, what will we
Okay.
do? Okay, let's see. I don't
Oh,
want
so it's like
to.
incremental for you. So like each goal is a different step, and then
Yeah,
you'll
because
eventually reach there. Yeah.
if not, it could be very frustrating.
Okay.
I want to work with Marvel. Well, it's okay to have this
The dream.
this,
Yeah, like the goal.
and most probably if you work hard, you can do it. But why you need to be focused? No, in 10 years I will be working with the
Yeah, because you're
best
setting
galleries
very.
in the world. No, I
Yeah.
mean, okay, now I'm doing this. I'm very happy with this. Yes, I will be happier if I go one step. Okay, I try to do it.
Right. Like
So
you're mostly saying like have more of a realistic goal first
yeah,
before you're like dreaming of
yeah,
like that
more
big one.
living on the on the moment,
Yeah, live in the moment. Yeah, I could see that.
But this is because I'm like this in all
Yeah, everybody's different, but I see what you mean though, for sure. Okay. So
But of
then
course, if you tell me dream I mean, if for example,
yeah.
my favorite director, or my favorite director is David Lynch. If someday
Okay.
I can do something, I don't know why, what, it's a card, a poster, or I don't know, a portrait for David Lynch.
Just
For me, it will
anything
be,
for David Lynch, yeah.
but I
That
will
would be
be,
like
but it's not like I need to do something, but no.
no, it's more like if it comes your way, you're just like,
Yeah,
yes, kind of thing. Yeah.
yeah.
I think my guy would be Tarantino. Like I would love to do
Tarantino.
something for him,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right
His
now, I'm
movies,
doing a
yeah.
private commission for Django. I like a lot
Oh, really?
Tarantino,
That's one of my
and,
favorites, man. So are you gonna be able to post that or no?
and I'm working on it now. I
Okay.
finished the concepts. I finished the concepts like a week ago. It was a long journey because I had like an art block for a month.
All
I
right.
don't
So
like what I'm
yeah.
doing. I don't like what I'm doing. I don't have time, and I don't like what I'm doing. And then, well, my wife helped me. My wife is illustrator also,
Awesome. Yeah.
and yeah, and she's super talented, and she
Yeah, it's
helped me.
great to
Okay,
like
let's do that. Let's try this. Because
yeah.
when you have an art block, you need to you need at least me. I need help.
Yeah.
And
So
now I have two concepts that I love for the poster, so I will show you in private.
yeah, awesome. Yeah, so show me after. So yeah, like you were saying, it's always great to like have someone there, like wife, girlfriend, whatever, like that is also in the industry, because then you can go to them for that kind of advice when you're struggling. When I have an art block, what I do is just I'll like switch it up and just go into photography more, because I do photography on the side as well as just like video editing and all that. So if I can't figure anything out for art, I'll move towards that, and then somehow in doing that and taking a little break from art, it brings me back in, and I'm like all refreshed and ready to go.
I did something similar also with design
Hmm.
because I have always worked on design, so I can stop painting and doing design
And then
work.
just go into design, right?
But it's super important to have people, to have four or five people. You don't need more,
Yeah,
so you can ask for help, or even if you can ask for a honest opinion. In my case,
yeah.
I have
And that's
my
important.
yeah,
That's
my wife.
important. Yeah,
It's at home, and I consider her a top illustrator. So he cannot help me with painting because our styles are so different. But yes,
yeah,
but he can help me with the concepts or with ideas. And then I have the painters.
the painters that, yeah, that you can go to them to kind of critique your work as well.
Yeah.
Oh, so that kind of answers my question that I was gonna have. It was just like, when it comes to critiquing your own work, and when do you know that you're finished? You kind of just go with them.
It depends. Um, Most of times, when I see that the piece is looking good, I mean, it can be because it's have a nice rendering or have a nice style and all these things.
Yeah,
I close the project, and a couple of days ago I will open again and check. When I do this four times and I say, okay, I don't want to do anything more, because most of times when you see, well, when you open your painting or something like this that you did 3 days ago, you start
yeah,
changing things that I don't like
yeah,
this, I don't like
yeah.
that.
Because your eyes are refreshed, and you got new mindset. You got to have that discipline to like stop
Yeah,
yourself, because then eventually you can overwork something and then
yeah.
just completely destroy it.
That's why when my work goes to screen printing, they need to be separated by colors. Okay, and I don't do my own separations. Saniose, my friend, do the separations. And a lot of times he sent me my file back. Okay, this is the poster only with 7 colors, and I
Yeah,
need to open again and check all. And for me, it's like a nightmare because I know that I don't want to touch anything. I can't because it's someone doing work with my
with your
finished art.
piece. Yeah,
But I'm checking all, and I say, okay, that likeness, I don't like that likeness. I don't like that face. I will change this. I want to change this, and I can't. And it's
you
like,
can't, because
okay,
it's already finished and he's done the separations for you. So
of course.
you're gonna just build more work for him.
So for me, it's a nightmare. For me,
Yeah,
when I finish a project and I publish on my website and on Instagram, on Facebook, and all these things, for me, it's okay, new thing.
yeah,
Then maybe in a couple of a month or like this, I can check. Oh well, but if I open the file like a week later, it's
you're just
for me.
like, yeah, I get it. Like sometimes when I post something and then immediately I check it after, I'm like, the the eye, why is the eye messed up? Like you're starting seeing the stuff that you wish you
Yeah,
should have changed before you posted it. But once it's up there, man, it's set. So I get that for sure. I have to learn how to do the screen printing process, because I want to make my own screen prints eventually, like of just for personal pieces.
it's incredible for me.
Yeah,
It's hard to understand
yeah,
because I don't know how to do it. But when I paint, full color like crazy, and San Jose brings me back my own file with 7 colors.
yeah,
But it's the same thing, but in 7 colors, multiplying and all these things. But 7 colors. It's like, how it can be 7 colors?
I don't understand that. But I guess with like the mixing of each layer and everything, but still, because I know it's like if you put too many colors, then that's where it gets expensive. So that's why I know like I guess like people like Gabs, they kind of limit their color palettes to like
Yeah,
simplify it a little bit. But
yeah. I did it at the beginning. Now I'm doing also sometimes, but at the beginning I do a lot of this kind of restricted color palettes
yeah,
for screen printing, because I, with the Soshan, with the Green Mile, with my the game, with my Sherlock, there are all like gradient maps. You know the
yeah,
gradient map.
yeah. That is something I learned recently, and it's changed everything because now I could just paint in black and white and then put a gradient map over it,
Mm.
and it does everything for me.
Yeah, I
It's
always paint
great.
in black and white, even if I'm painting them in full color or if I'm doing gradient
Okay.
maps. But I paint, I mean, digitally, with
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
Cintiq and all these
Right.
things, because I learned by myself to paint like this, and for me it's super easy because I don't need to be focused on other things that only on the values, the volumes, black and white. So I
Yeah,
only paint.
yeah.
I paint with the low opacity of the brush, low flow,
And then just build
start,
on top of it.
and then it's like, okay, let's do the black and white. And well, for final touches, of course, with full opacity, with nice
Yeah, you'll add
brushes,
on
all the
top
things.
of that. Yeah.
But then in Photoshop, layer in fusion mode color, and you can add color. It's crazy. So it's
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
You know.
That's something I recently learned. Like I was doing just full color like from the start, and then before I knew about the color layer, I was doing it like multiply, so it was just darken all my like values. So it was just it was like a learning process for me. But recently, I've
Hmm.
just learned that. So it's a game changer, especially with gradient maps, man. Because like that just changes like the whole. Because then you can make different variants of your own piece with
Yeah, it's
like these
only changing
different.
one color.
Yeah,
This blue will be red, and you have a variant of your art.
yeah, exactly. Like that's what I did for the first Mandalorian piece that I did, where it's like him in a circle with like rocks and everything.
Hmm.
That's literally what I did. I just used gradient maps to like color him in, and it was like
No, that's
that,
great.
like super quick. Yeah.
I don't know who talks me about gradient maps. Maybe I saw it in a YouTube tutorial or something like this. But for
I
me, it
guess
was
so.
also wait, gradient
Yeah, it
map.
changes. Yeah, changes
What is
everything, man.
this?
And then another thing, clipping mask. That's another thing that changed everything for me. I was just like, wait, I don't have to just go on a different layer and like manually color everything, you know? So
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
changed
yeah.
it all for me.
Yeah, but that's why you can paint in Photoshop, but you
Yeah.
can paint in 3,000 different ways.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
like when people ask you, "Hey, how I can do that?" I don't know how you work. I can help you, of course, but I need
Yeah.
to know, because some people ask me about gradient map. How can I apply the gradient map, because I don't know, I want to do this effect. Sometimes I say, don't use a gradient map, because
Yeah.
you don't need
It,
gradient map. You paint this in this color, and paint the shadow in this color and the light in this color. It will be easier for you than to play with gradient maps, trying that the exactly color for the
yeah,
darker.
it's different for everybody. Right. You're right. Like everybody has a different way of
Yeah.
building their pieces. So sometimes a gradient map doesn't work out for them. Maybe it's just straight up
When I
color.
use gradient map is because when I did the concept, I had very very clear in my mind that it will be painted in a restricted color
Okay.
palette, and it will be
So you have the color palette in mind before you start
not
like developing.
before, because I don't know if it will be like, in some cases yes, because it's very obvious for me,
Yeah.
but what I know is if I will be painting in full color or if I want to do a monochromatic piece. But this is something that I feel like, okay, yeah, for this one I want to do this. For example, for the Sherlock, I wanted to do a poster with a very restricted color
Yeah.
palette, and then a light focus, with
Yeah, like almost like a jewel effect of like a pop, right?
so it's. But I didn't know if it will be more green or more blue or more purple. But I know
Yeah.
that okay, it will be restricted. Why? I don't know why. I want to do this poster.
Yeah, yeah. So that
I don't know.
happens, yeah. My favorite tool sometimes is like just the hue and saturation thing. So I'll just color
Yeah,
something and I'll just like shift it around like, oh, I
but
like this color. Yeah.
you can be playing 1 day,
Yeah.
2 days just with curves,
Curves.
hue,
Yeah.
saturation.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
So
crazy. It's crazy.
that's kind of what I do when it comes to coloring it. I'm just like, I don't know. I'll look at Pinterest sometimes for like a color palette to like apply to it, or like I
Yeah,
said, just play with the hue and saturation until I'm happy with it.
yeah. For me, it's this tool is super effective, but it's super. I'm in danger when I use this tool because I can be playing
For
with
hours,
nonstop.
yeah.
Yeah, I need to stop.
Yeah,
For example,
yeah.
when my wife the, works in her illustrations, he paint in layers, solid color layers, okay, with gradients and all things, but they are all color layers. So it's super different than me. I can paint in one layer if I want because it's the same. I don't
Yeah.
have so for her, for example, the curves and hue saturation and all these things doesn't work because it change all the I don't know how to say the
It changes everything else under it, right?
yeah the
Yeah.
hierarchy the
Yeah.
so it depends. It depends. I when people ask me, that is no, so, and I don't have a lot of people asking, but when people ask you, hey, how you paint? Because I know I see that you paint in black and white, and then
Yeah.
you add color. I always explain the same. I paint in black and white, but I'm doing in this way because it's easier for me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's different for everybody. Everybody like, you know.
And then color mode, and then a lot of little adjustments with color directly,
Well,
with the
yeah,
brush.
yeah, exactly. So one layer is the black and white sketch. Above it is the color layer, and then above that is just then the details, right, to bring
See,
everything
it's
out.
like the black and white,
Yeah, I work.
the basic
Yeah,
color, and then, for example, if you are painting a face, no, I put a basic color, and then I add different
add
colors,
different
and
like reds here, like
yeah,
yellows, greens. Yeah, like me and you work very similarly in that way. So that's why when I asked you, I kind of got it right away. I was just like, all right, so then now I just gotta change up the brushes and everything. What kind of artists like do you look up to currently? Like, what kind of people inspire your work?
a lot of people because
Yeah, yeah.
I have a folder in my hard drive. It's called inspiring.
Oh, okay, cool.
I have like I don't know. Every time I see something that I like, I download or I make a screenshot and to inspiration
And then just put it there. Yeah, like I have a
because
whole
everyone,
my wall is just full of different posters from everybody that I follow.
of course, but everyone. I mean, there's truth and the classics.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
But suddenly you can see an illustration for an advertisement or something like
Yeah,
this
like it
that
doesn't even have to be a poster. It could just
you
like
like the
that's what
colors,
Pinterest. Yeah,
you
that's
like the
what Pinterest is
composition.
for me. Yeah.
But of course, there are some artists that the artists I follow is because I like their work. So
Yeah.
you told before the gaps,
Gabs. Yeah.
of course. But so Juan Carlos, I mean, for me,
Yeah.
and it can sound like a little bit, I don't know how to say in English, fuffy, like there are my friends. But with the painters,
Yeah.
they inspire me a lot because I see their process,
Right.
you
You see
know,
a bit. Yeah.
and
You see
I'm
the whole thing.
and it's super super motivational, but I'm also learning a lot when people share with you their process,
Yeah. Exactly.
because it can be a very simple thing, but when you see the sketch from someone, this is my concept, this is my sketch, you understand how this guy works. And when you see the file, but not in Instagram, not in the web,
no, like the Photoshop file and everything.
Yeah, when a good friend say, okay, here you have my 2 GB poster, okay, for you, just to check. You want to see my poster big, okay? You when you have the possibility to see a poster from an artist that you like, you love their work in detail.
Yeah, like you're able to pick away at what exactly they do throughout the whole time. Yeah. It's
because
very invaluable.
Sometimes we thought that everyone is doing all perfect.
Yeah.
And you want to do it perfect. I was obsessed years ago with doing a realism, but hard. No, I was painting and I was like, this shadow is not the same that I saw in the reference. Yeah. Fuck, I need to do it again and again, until I have almost the same.
Mm-hmm. And like you were doing hyperrealism?
No hyper, because I was not on this level.
Yeah.
But I was obsessed to do as more as I can and as more close to the reference, better.
Okay.
But then, I don't know if it was suddenly, but it was in a full period of time. I felt like I need to change this way of work, because I was not having fun, because I was obsessed with this need to be perfect, this need to be
right.
And that's why I started to do something more pictorial, something more fresh, with more brush strokes. And it's, for me, it was like, okay, I need to do again what I was doing a lot of years ago, that it was to represent what I am feeling when I saw an image. It doesn't care if it's not 100% the likeness is super perfect. The likeness is good, you can recognize the actor or the actress, but need to have your magic, because if not, you can use a photograph. And exactly. I was super obsessed with the realism.
That was my issue too in the beginning. Like, I have this one poster I did for Wind River, and I don't even think I took it down, because it was just one of those posters, like you said, it's just you're zoomed in like 300%, like on the eye, trying to make it as realistic as possible. But then when you zoom out, then it's just something about it. It just looks like, oh, it's just a photograph, or it's just like
but that's the problem, because when you are doing digital painting, you have the zoom. And the zoom is it's evil, the zoom, because you can do 1000 zoom and with a very small brush and start doing details, and it's very satisfying when you see that you can do realism. I can do almost a photo. Okay, look what I'm good. I'm doing this. But then there are people that have fun doing this, but for me, it was when I was showing my works to some people that I appreciate a lot, and I think that their opinion is super important, say to me, can I be honest? Yes.
Yeah.
I like a lot your work. I mean, a lot, but you need to be more fresh.
Yeah, like you gotta show more expression in your work, because then again, it's just like, why would they hire you if they could just get a photograph of them,
Because there are other artists that say me, I like a lot, but when you show me the sketches have strokes, that have brushes, that on the final I don't see. You are painting all the hairs and it's okay, but I want to see you doing other things.
Yeah.
And when I started to do a mix with this realism, but also with the pictorial and having fun, I think that I upgrade a little bit my style.
Yeah, exactly.
But I changed my mind when 2 or 3 people that I respect a lot tell me, can you try to be more fresh? We all know that you can do this, but we want to see more more of you on the final art.
And that's why it's so
Uh,
important, man, to like have that support group. Because like if
yeah.
you don't have that and nobody's telling, or everybody's just saying like, "Oh my god, you're great, you're great, you're great," there's no growth. You know, you're gonna be stagnant in what you're doing because you think that's what everybody wants to see.
Or even if someone that you don't know comes to you and say, this is too much realism, you can say,
Yeah, like
what are you saying?
you don't take it seriously. Yeah, you're just
No,
like, wow,
why I don't ask you for your opinion. So it's important to have the opinion, but also on the right time, because if you are
yeah,
super motivated doing realism and someone tells you, oh, this is the same as a photo, you need to do other things, you say, okay, but I want to do this because I'm having fun and it's my style.
yeah,
So it's like you need to follow your path, your way, and see what you, first of all, what you are good doing, what they
yeah.
can
What are you
do,
doing? Yeah,
and then what makes me happy, because maybe you are super good doing a pictorial style or cartoon or realism, but you hate to do it because you
yeah,
are doing the same you were doing the same like last 10 years. Maybe you want to change, but people ask you to this, to this, to this. Okay, maybe you need to continue doing this, but start doing different things for other things. For, okay, I will start my own project doing this other style. I don't know.
yeah, yeah. No, like you gotta constantly be growing and making sure that, like you said, is you can have your own like path, but you have to have that knowledge to know that maybe what you're doing is not what's working out, and people are there to like guide you a little bit in a better path, I would say.
Hmm.
But okay, so aside from like art and your amazing work and all that, is there any other interests that you have, like that you do on the side when you're not doing artwork or design? Because I know you love graphic design too, but like aside from that,
Well, right now I have no time to do almost
like no
anything more.
hobbies or anything.
But I will tell you, I love to go. I love to see movies, to
Yeah.
culture, going to festivals, music. At the end, it's all a little bit art,
Yeah, it's still art. Yeah,
because
like I said, like even with my when I do street photography and that's still art. It's just a different avenue.
yeah. But I can say, no, I used to play football. That no, I play football, I dance, but like 15 years ago. So
Yeah. So that's not part of it anymore, you know.
no,
Okay. That's good
no.
to know.
So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, so having fun, stay with my family, with my wife, go to see movies, to
Yeah.
concerts. Like when you have time, just trying to be happy.
Are your
For
are
me,
yeah, are theaters open now in Barcelona or are they still closed?
now yes.
Yeah.
Here we are now. Right now we are getting worse and worse
Oh,
again.
really?
They open even the pubs, the discoteca, the
Yeah.
discos and other things.
Yeah, yeah.
But we are growing. The cases are growing a lot, and they closed it again
Oh, okay. Is it
because
is it because of that new variant that I'm here? Like I know, like
no,
in
it's
Europe.
because the people that goes to the discotheques, go to the pubs, go to the festivals are not vaccinated.
They're not
So,
vaccinated. Yeah. Okay.
because it's the range of 20
Yeah.
to 30, there are no vaccinated. So it's a perfect cocktail for the
Yeah,
COVID.
for the coronavirus, right? To like just
um,
branch out. Damn,
but
man, that sucks.
here you can go to the cinema.
Okay. Well, at least that's good. At least for us, right? They opened up a few months ago, and I've been going now. Thankfully for each movie, and it's not as full as before anymore. Um, they're not
Because
doing they're not doing separate like seating anymore, but
hmm,
it's still people are still like weary about going. So
because it's all a process. I mean,
yeah,
I
yeah,
went to a concert, music concert, like 1 month ago, and I feel strange. I mean, I was with
yeah.
my
With your
mask and all,
mask,
but
yeah,
I feel like I don't know if I'm doing it right.
right. You're in that
Should I
period
be should I be
where
here
yeah,
dancing? There is a pandemic in the world, and I'm
yeah,
here in a concert.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
You're in
like,
that
okay, we need to change our minds again.
Yeah, we're in that period where it's just like when you're around people and some of them have no mask or some of them do, you're just like, should I take it off or should I keep it on? Like it's that, it's weird. I feel like it's gonna be a whole other year before that's kind of phased out. But I do think that like masks are gonna be with us now for like everything. Cause I'll still wear mine for like when I'm on the train or when I go on the plane and stuff like that. I'm still gonna wear it. Like because aside from before then.
It's obligatorio,
Yeah,
obligatorio.
obligated, yeah, to like
Yeah,
wear it.
here if you go to public transport or if you go inside a shop or a
Yeah.
bar, you have to put your mask on. If everyone do the right thing, we will be again all
We'll,
together and
yeah,
on the cinemas
we'll
and
be
the
good.
concerts soon.
Exactly.
Then, but it's hard because
Yeah.
when you think that you are doing something wrong to go to the cinema or to go to a concert, whoa, it's something that it's
It messes
changing
with
in
you.
a yeah.
Yeah, it messes with your head for sure.
What is changing in my mind that why I felt guilty because I'm going to a concert.
Yeah.
It's something good, you know.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. And it's again, we're learning from it. But let's move on because it's getting a little sad with the pandemic. So do you have any advice for people seeking a career in like illustration or just graphic design? Like what are kind of the things that you wish you would have known when you started out?
Well, I will say now, maybe 5 years ago, I was I can
Yeah.
say different things, but now I will say that you need to focus. You need to search what you want to do because, for example, in illustration, you can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
You can do editorial work. You can do illustration for newspapers. You can do illustration for uh, publicity campaigns,
Yeah. Like
marketing
editorial
campaigns.
work,
Yeah,
marketing, all that kind
you
of
can
stuff. Yeah.
do scientific illustrations. You can do
Yeah.
posters. You can do a lot of things. So it will be very helpful if you put your energy but you know what you want to do or what you like to do because maybe you need to do things that you don't like a lot but
Yeah.
if in your free time I started like this in my free time I was doing like I will do this alternative movie poster, I will do this, I will do this, it will make you follow the way to do the thing that
That
you
you
really want to
enjoy.
do.
Yeah.
That's what I told you before about I don't like to do cartoons. I'm not good doing cartoons. I don't
Yeah.
look good doing comics. I will stop doing it because you need to be. It's always a work
Yeah.
because you
You
need
wanna you
to.
wanna enjoy the work that you do.
Yeah,
Right. And
you always have deadlines. You always
yeah.
have a client. You always have to be open. At least me to hear suggestions or changes or even something that you don't like to hear.
Yeah.
But it's easier if you are doing something that you like, you know.
That you enjoy. Yeah,
So
exactly. And like you said, you won't know until you explore other options. Like you got these jobs for like cartoons and you were like,
yeah,
yeah, not for me. So it's kind of a way where it's like you're able to tick down which ones aren't for you and then which ones you do enjoy doing. So
yeah.
it's in that way it's helpful
But
for sure.
I don't know when it was, like a couple of months ago. A guy write me Instagram. I thought Instagram or Twitter. I don't remember well. And told me, "Hey, I like your work. Well, how you can get? I don't know how to get clients. The typical, no.
Yeah, yeah.
But he told me, I have the possibility to start working on an agency because it was almost my case, no, graphic designer, but he likes to draw.
Yeah.
But he also told me, but I have this project. I'm doing this clothing brand, and I have the possibility with a distributor, this, and this. And I was super like, how old
Honest.
are you?
Yeah.
He said, 18, 18. don't go to an agency. If you have the possibility now with distributor, with your own brand, you are living with your parents. Yes, try it.
Yeah, yeah.
It will be more difficult when you don't have all the bills paid by
Yeah, like
your
when
father
you
and your mother.
exactly like when you don't have that like that fishnet of sorts of like money or
Yeah.
like not having to worry about bills.
You can try if
Yeah.
you really want to do it, and if you are writing to a guy that you don't know, we never talk, and you were saying, okay, I don't know if I have to go with an agency or
Yeah.
if I follow my dreams. Okay, it depends.
Yeah.
Do you have a son? Do you have a how old are you? You are super young. You need to follow what you want
Follow
to
your
do.
follow what you want to do. Yeah.
Because, for example, me, in my case, with 18 years, I want my dream was to be working on a design studio. This is
Okay. Yeah.
what I want to do. So it's different, but maybe if with 18 years you can, you are designing T-shirts and cool patterns for jeans,
Yeah.
and you have the possibility with a distributor, and you have like it's like,
Yeah,
okay,
you
try
have
it.
everything pretty much set, it's just the answer is right there in front of you, but some
And you don't
people
need you don't
yeah.
need to pay the rent. You don't need to pay
Yeah.
the food. The
You're good to
light.
go, yeah. Sometimes like you said, he didn't know you, he hit you up, sometimes people just need that third party where it's like there's not someone they're related to or someone that relies on them, someone that's far from them so they can give an honest, opinion about it.
Yeah, but this is this is all the same, because why
Yeah.
you are doing this podcast? Because you want.
Yeah, yeah.
There is time. So it's time for you, because it's the time we talk, the time you will spend editing
Yeah, the podcast
the
and all that, right.
the time you will be on social media talking with new people. But it's a passion project. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe if tomorrow you have a lot of work and you cannot do it, at least you try to do something new, something that you want to do. Uh, it's like, okay, for me, you need to be es que, I don't know in English, apasionado.
Yeah, you got to be passionate about what you're doing. You got to, like you won't know until you try something. Like
Yeah,
don't
because bad times can appear in
you
your
can't do
life.
it. Yeah, you won't be able to, you won't have the time in the future to do what you thought, you
Of
couldn't do at
course,
the time. Exactly.
if you are a guy or a woman
Yeah.
that ask me, what do you have to do to start in this industry? I don't have the magic key to start
No,
working on
yeah,
the industry,
it's
but I have my own
your own
opinion,
experiences.
and my own
Yeah.
experience. That is, please start doing what you love to do right now,
Yeah.
because when you are a professional illustrator, you will do a lot of things that maybe you don't like.
Yeah, you got to
Maybe,
pay the bills.
yeah, maybe you don't like, I don't know, basketball, and you will paint the full Chicago Bulls team or
Yeah.
Lakers team and it's a cool project, but for you will mean nothing.
It means nothing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
But
that's
like
really great
this,
advice, man. Yeah.
for me, in all the things that in life, not only in illustration or in work, you know, you need to be happy and surrounded by people
Yeah.
that you like, and
Yeah, it goes hand in hand, right? Like with the whole thing about illustration, it also applies to just life in general. You want to have a happy life, happy wife, all that kind of stuff.
all will be easier if your life, not your life, I don't know, it's very hard to express in English. If
Yeah.
you have if your happy place, your safe place is your home, your work. I mean, I had the experience to be in agencies
Yeah.
that I was not comfortable for this thing or for other thing. But I mean, you're spending 8 or 10 hours a day in a job that you don't like, but you don't like at all, or
Yeah,
you need to
that would
like
be
at
rough.
least
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little thing. You need to see, okay, this is not my dream job, but I like because I'm doing this, and this. I don't know.
Yeah. No, yeah, you got to find that because if you're working 8 hours a day to something that you don't love, that's just gonna pound on you like for years, man. Because I know people like that. You know, I know
Yeah.
people that are in jobs they hate, and then you just see it in their face. You see it in the way they like carry themselves, man. It's so important, man.
And same with friends, or same with your girlfriend, or with your wife. If your friends don't are not good for you, you need to be
Yeah,
with
yeah.
good people. If you're
You gotta
not
change up the
happy
whole.
at your
You
home,
gotta change it all up.
you need to be. My advice is, please be happy. Please,
Yeah,
you need to be in a safe place, because a lot of things can happen, and it will be all easier if you are in your safe place,
exactly. It's
in your
all
happy
about
place.
balance, you know. Like it's all like it's like you said, it's all about balance. Make sure that you have the balance at home, but also the balance in your work life because they go hand in hand. If you're unhappy in one, it's gonna affect the other side of your life for sure.
Maybe if your life is a nightmare, for example, in your case, if your
Yeah,
life is a nightmare, you will never start doing a podcast. Why you will
exactly,
start?
exactly. You won't find the time to do stuff that you're passionate for sure.
Well,
But yeah. I mean, again,
I
man,
don't know
really great
if
advice.
it's helpful. My
No,
advice, I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
That I think that was very helpful, and I think it shines light to like what the life of an illustrator designer is. It's just like if you're not, if it's there's no balance in anything, you know, it's gonna affect everything up into your work. You know,
And you
you got
can
to
be
make sure that you're
angry
doing what
also.
you love.
You can be angry sometimes also. You don't need to be
Yeah,
happy and flower. I mean, sometimes I receive an email with changes, last minute changes, and I become, oh, why now? Now
yeah.
today is
I've had that.
Friday. I want
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. You don't need to be the happiest man in the world, but
Yeah, but like that, those are just
balance.
small moments. Those are small moments. We're talking about the broader, like, moments, you know, like make sure you actually enjoy the whole
Yeah.
process first. All right, so let's get to the fun part now. We're towards the end. So let's just straight up movie recommendations. What kind of things have you seen recently that you would like to talk about?
Well, it's hard because I'm this kind of person that if I can see one new movie, or I can see for fifth time the movie that I see four
Yeah.
times, I most probably I will watch again the movie that
So
I.
yeah, so you're the type to like just rewatch the same kind of movies, right?
Okay, because I need to feel like the moment
Yeah.
to see a new film, and I do it because I consume a lot of entertainment.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't know the new movie that I watched. Wow, it's hard. A lot of time, eh?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be a new one. It could just be one of the ones you rewatched.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like a week ago, I rewatched. I don't know how many times I watched it, but I rewatched Jurassic Park, for example.
Oh yeah. I mean,
The
classic
first
for
one,
sure. Yeah.
because I saw a trailer for the new one, and I
Oh
say,
yeah,
okay, but I I want to see the
dude.
the old one, the good one.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of which, I did see. So I went to see Fast Nine, in theaters, and right before the movie started, it did like a whole trailer of the new Jurassic Park, and I'm here thinking like, because it didn't show no like like split thing. It was like a whole scene, like for 5 minutes, and I'm like, is this Fast Nine right now? Has it gotten this crazy? But thankfully it wasn't. But I am excited for that new Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah.
I can say this. I saw like two times Django lately because I'm doing a poster
Yeah,
for
because you're
Django.
working. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I have to say that I will watch. I didn't watch it yet. The Tenet.
Tenet. Yeah, I watched that already twice. I think I want to watch it a third time. But the first time I had to watch like a movie breakdown because I had no idea what was going on in it. But that was a good one. I like that
And
one.
TV shows, a lot of TV shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
The last one new TV show I watched was the what's the name? Oh, fuck. The one that is the football one. This is super
The
good. On Apple TV.
the football. Oh,
Ted
oh, Ted
Lasso.
Lasso. Oh my God, it's so good, dude.
Ted
I love
Lasso.
that show, man. I
Yeah.
can't wait for the third one. That's a show that I could rewatch constantly. Kind of like Community, where it's just like,
Yeah, it's this kind of show that
yeah,
are
it's so wholesome, dude. It's just like a feel good
it's like
show.
Community, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. There are these
Yeah,
kind of shows that you can watch again and again.
yeah, and that's
Uh,
like gonna be one of those, man. I love that show for sure. I just
mm,
finished watching Loki, the one that came out yesterday, the episode.
I didn't watch it yet. No
Oh, you
spoilers.
haven't watched? Okay, yeah, I won't say anything,
No,
but
the last one I didn't watch
yeah,
it.
yeah. I've
But
been
yeah,
getting a
well, of course, all these series I see all these series. The
yeah,
Superman and
yeah.
Lois, it surprised me a lot. Have you seen
Which
Superman and
one?
Lois? Superman and Lois,
I
the
haven't.
new. Oh,
I have to check.
I have no hope with this one because the actor Taylor Hoechlin, I don't see as Superman. It's
Yeah,
like super different to Henry Cavill.
yeah.
But man,
Henry Cavill is just the one, man. Like that was like the perfect casting for
but if
Superman.
you like Superman,
Yeah,
you will like this one because it's the script, the story
yeah.
is Superman, and Taylor
Okay,
Hoechlin is incredible as Superman, incredible as
okay.
a Clark Kent. If you like Superman, I don't know if you like Superman,
No, yeah, I do.
but
But I've always been more of a Marvel, but and like I'm gonna see DC, it's always gonna be Batman. Batman's the guy for me.
yeah, of course. Well,
Yeah,
I'm super fan of Batman.
yeah,
Yeah. But these are like series that are ongoing,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
week by week. But this series I also watch with my wife. One series, there's a lot. It's not super old, but it's not new.
Mhm.
It's called Little Things. It's
League
like
of Things.
no, little things.
Oh, Little Things.
Uh,
Oh, that I've seen. Is that one the one on Netflix? I haven't seen it though.
uh, I think that it's in HBO or Amazon
H-
Video. I don't know.
Okay, I'll have to just check
But
it
it's
out.
it's like another one that it's super, 10 minutes episode or 15-minute episode. It's
Okay, so
like
it's like a
boom, boom,
short
boom.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But TV shows a lot.
yeah.
I
I've
don't know.
recently.
I'm a very hard TV show man. I mean, I like
You're mo-
movies a lot,
yeah,
but when I like a TV show, for me it's like, whoa! Did you see
yeah.
Peaky
So you're
Blinders? Oh,
exactly. I haven't
and I
seen that.
need
Is
you
that
to see
good?
Peaky Blinders.
I haven't seen Peaky Blinders. Is that a good one?
No, there are people that say, oh, it's boring. For me, it's
Everything.
incredible.
Yeah. Okay.
Cillian Murphy, the
Yeah. The
the
main
one,
guy.
it's wow.
He
The
was
role
really
is.
good. He was really good in Quiet Place Part Two. If you
I
have you
didn't see
seen
it.
that one? Oh,
No,
dude, so good, man.
it's very good. It's a
It's a
good
great,
actor. So,
yeah. It's a great continuation from the first one. I would say.
the first one is incredible.
Yeah,
The
dude.
first
Yeah.
one, I mean, it's the first movie that it's directed by Krasinski. It's the
Yeah,
first.
Krasinski. Yeah, which is so funny because he's coming from The Office, and now he's like Jack Ryan on Amazon. This guy's
Yeah,
directing
well, I
Quiet
was
Place.
saying when I saw Jack Ryan, I can't stop saying Jim.
Yeah,
That
yeah, you could
Jim is
because that was
now
like
with guns.
yeah, because that was like
But
his first big role, like right out of The
yeah,
Office, right? So it was just like, but once you saw Quiet Place, you're like, oh, this guy's legit. This guy knows what he's doing.
no, but it's incredible. It's super talented. This guy.
Yeah,
I saw a documentary. I don't know if it's documentary or it's no. It was the podcast that John Krasinski did during the pandemic. That it was called Only Good Things or Only Good News
oh, he did a
or something like
podcast,
this.
really? I didn't
Yeah,
know.
he did a YouTube channel. I don't know exactly the name, but it was Only Good News or something like this. That
Okay,
all is being bad, bad and bad. I only
yeah.
would talk about good news. And in one day he interviewed
Oh,
Steve Carell,
Steve Carell. Okay,
and they were talking about The Office, and Steve said something that for me it's true. He said that in the I don't know second or third season of The Office, he told to all the crew that that we will be always remembered as Jim, Michael, Pam,
Yeah.
that. But that's perfect. That's beautiful. That's the best thing that we can be remembered because we are like the happiness for the people, you
Exactly.
know.
Yeah. Yeah. You bring the
And
joy.
John Krasinski said this is true because I did I'm director. I did this. I did this. I did this. But when someone asked me to take a photo with me on the street and said you will be Jim for me all my life, he
Yeah.
said I'm happy for this because I love Jim.
Yeah.
The actor
Yeah.
loves
Because it's
Jim. You
just,
know.
yeah, that brings just, that whole show is just like joyful, it was never like a dull moment there. And I could definitely see why they say that.
Yeah,
But
that's amazing.
yeah,
That's amazing.
did you
And
so you have Apple TV, right? The
yep,
Apple TV Plus.
yep.
Have you, okay, so did you see Morning Show?
No,
Okay, so
no, no, no.
Steve Carell's in that. So it's
I
like,
see.
oh yeah, so it's like a whole different thing, and it's like you you're seeing him like obviously in this happy place with Office, but then when you see this one, he's in a very serious role. It's like all about like the Me Too movement and like doing that through like the whole life of production kind of stuff. Really good. I do it. That's another one that I enjoyed from Apple TV. So I think you should check that one out too whenever you guys get the chance.
I like a lot when comedy actors
Do like the serious stuff,
do
right?
like the series, but I don't like that they take too much seriously this role because you don't need to do a drama to show me that you are a good actor.
Like they have
I mean,
range. Yeah.
I mean, okay, you can do a drama if you want. You can show to the world that you can make me cry also,
Yeah.
but you don't need to do it. It seems like okay, it's yeah, but it's comedy. Okay, for me, you don't need to do a drama.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need Jim Carrey to do dramas to know that he is a good actor. I don't know. I don't need to Steve Carell do dramas
Right.
to know that he is a
To
good
know that he's
actor.
good, yeah. But definitely like, yeah, I know what you mean,
But
but
everyone, no, you need to do a drama. Yo, see this movie because he is doing a drama, and you will see he
well, yeah, like
like
I'm not saying,
acting.
right, yeah, like I'm not saying like this is real acting. It's just another great show, man. It's
Yeah.
just like cuz um what's the girl from Friends? Jennifer Aniston?
Sí, sí.
Yeah, she's in that as well with him.
Ah, joder,
And
vaya
and I think
cast.
it's Amy Adams as well that she's in that show as well with them. Like just all of them together, it's just magic. It was just really good. I think the new season's coming out this
Morning
year.
show.
Morning show, yeah. So like they're Steve Carell and Jennifer Aniston they're news anchors. They've worked together for years, but then something comes out about Steve Carell's character, so then it kind of just changes the whole dynamic of everything. So
That's right.
yeah,
I will check.
yeah,
I
for
have a
sure.
problem because when I see new shows, maybe you have the same problem. You, I see the new shows thinking I can do a poster for this.
Yeah,
Maybe I can do. Maybe
yeah,
this
yeah,
image.
yeah.
Oh, maybe this image could be great for a poster.
And the
Oh,
best is
this is
like when
the,
there's like a movie that doesn't have a lot of posters made for it, and then you're just like, oh, I could be one of the first. Like
yeah,
it's gonna be good. But
yeah, yeah. There is a TV show, sorry, that I don't see a lot of posters. I have an idea, and I did a portrait a long time ago that I think that it was incredible when I saw it. It's called Debs,
depth.
DEVS, Debs.
No, yeah, I haven't heard
Wow,
about that
it's
one.
sci-fi. It's sci-fi.
Okay.
It's the same director as Ex Machina and Alex
Oh,
Garland,
really? Let me see.
and it's incredible. It's incredible. It's wow. I love it. It's sci-fi, and I think there are 6 or 7 episodes only,
Okay, where's that
and
on?
it's in HBO,
Okay, so yeah, I
and I
have
thought
that.
that it will be like, oh, everyone will be doing poster for this because it's incredible, and it's like, okay, no one will do a poster
Yeah,
for this. Maybe it's done, and I didn't see it, but it's
yeah.
like I need to do it.
You know what it is too, man? It's just like there's so much shows and movies coming out all at the same time. Like some of these shows just get buried by other
Yeah.
ones. Like
The same happening with this thing. It's incredible because how much people is doing good art and good poster art, good posters in general,
Yeah.
because every show, every movie, every episode, you see pages like or Poster Spy or alternative
Yeah,
movie posters
exactly.
or all these things with daily content like boom, boom, and it's the level is very
It's
good.
high. Yeah, yeah.
Most of the times you see people that is doing posters in 2 days. I mean, for me it's impossible, but
No, yeah, I
like
can't do that. No.
you remember that 3 days ago there was an episode with this cliffhanger and all the things. Here's a poster. I say, whoa.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Like I don't
like
know. These people are pumping out work. I don't know how they do it, but it's like the same. Yeah, it's the same thing, man.
more entertainment, more posters, more motivation. Sometimes motivation can be good. Sometimes motivation can,
Yeah,
if I feel very very secure, very positive, very motivated, I search for out of inspiration, out of things. If
yeah.
I have an art blog, well, no art blog. If I feel like I don't know today, I don't like what I'm doing, tal, I don't look what others do because I can.
Because then
It's
it
for
like
me. It's not
messes with
it's not
you.
good.
Yeah. Like I was just gonna say, it's just like sometimes it could be motivating to see that every day, but then when you're not feeling up to it, and then you're seeing that people are pumping it out work every 2 days, you're just like, damn,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
man, like why can't I be like this? But sometimes you can't let that like bog you down because then it's just gonna mess with all your work for sure.
That's why I told you that you don't need to be comparing with other in terms of followers or in terms of
Yeah,
these people are working with these magic dream companies and
yeah,
doing these dream life changer jobs, winning a lot of money. Why
yeah.
I'm not doing this? Or because you don't know if you are doing this or not. You don't know how many times these people have been working
Exactly. You don't know their experiences.
before.
You don't know what they've been yeah, like what they've been going through. You're just
But you
seeing
only
their
when you
successes.
enter exactly when you enter on Twitter or in Instagram or Facebook, you only see, hey, look what I'm doing, look what I'm doing, look,
Yeah,
I'm super cool, look, I'm doing this, look,
exactly.
I'm a super artist. And you even can happen with you when you post a cool poster or cool illustration that people only will see, hey, look, Albert did
Yeah,
this amazing
yeah,
Mandalorian poster. Oh, I wish I could do this. I'm sure that he is doing something like this every 2-3 days. You don't know how much work
yeah.
it
No,
is, and you don't know if these people is having hard times too, or
exactly. You don't
is
know the process they went through to get to where that finished piece got there. Like you're not seeing the process, and that's the problem with Instagram. You're just seeing everybody's successes, but you're not seeing the process or their failures or anything. So it's hard to then compare that to yourself because then you're only comparing to their finishes.
yeah, yeah.
I think we're here. We're down to the finish. So now it's just, is there anything you want to promote? Anything stuff that is coming out? Where can people follow you? All that kind of stuff.
Well, promote. I can't promote nothing because I'm working
You're
on
currently
several
working
things.
on it. Yeah.
I'm working now on. Well, I have a long queue. Well, not long, long, long. I'm not here, but I have like working at the same time in two posters now, in two private commissions. One is for that Django, the other one
Hmm.
is for Dexter.
Okay.
Then I have opened a group also for Brooklyn Nine-Nine poster.
Awesome.
You know,
Yeah.
with the same style as Community, so like
Perfect.
a
Also,
pairing.
a lot of stuff going on in the
Yeah.
background. Oh yeah. Can't wait for
And
that.
then I have, I when people I have when people ask me, I thought okay, I will do it, but not yet. I don't know. I don't want to tell you okay, I will do it because I have a lot of work. I don't know when I will work
Yeah.
on it, and it's something that it's more weight that you put on the shoulders that oh, this guy is waiting for me. This is waiting for me. This is waiting for me. I have like 3 posters on queue now with people waiting for me. It's enough. But I have
Yeah.
well, I cannot say I
You
cannot
can't, yeah,
say,
you can't say much. That's the problem with our industry. It's just
but
like I'm working,
but
but I
well,
can't tell you.
but well, we are working also with the painters
Yeah,
in a licensed project now. That also can't say much, but it will be. It's very good because it's working with friends and
awesome. Yes.
it's
Is
good.
there a
It's like
timeline for that? Like, yeah,
when we were kids,
yeah, yeah,
but in Skype. Ah, we
yeah.
can
I
do
mean,
that. Oh
like,
yes, yes.
I feel like illustrate us illustrators and stuff. We're kids at heart always. You know,
Yeah,
that's the one good thing. But
yeah.
yeah. So then, where can people follow you? So Instagram is El Pato con Botas, and
Yes,
is
it's
and
the same name that I had since I was super young. El Pato con Botas is because it was playing with El Gato con Botas. Well, yours,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's in a Spanish joke.
yeah,
But yes,
yeah.
in Instagram and Twitter, El Pato con Botas. But if you search Alberto Reyes Franco, you will
Yeah, you'll
find me.
find you for sure. And then
Yeah.
your, Behance, of course, and then
So
your website,
uh,
albertoreyesfrancos.com.
yeah.
Get
I also have I have a group on Facebook. It's called Fans of Alberto Reyes. I mean, fans.
Oh, cool. All right, so
It's
perfect. So I'll
because
add that too.
I didn't put the name. I don't did the group fans of because it's just all this kind of groups. It's all are with the same name. Fans of the work of,
Okay. Yeah.
and it's just for the it's a private group. I have to accept each member where I can post my working process, all these things that I cannot
Oh,
share
so
because
kind of like a Patreon, but like free.
yeah,
You're doing it. Oh,
yeah.
that's cool.
And for example, if I want to if I have a app artist proofs, it's for
It's
their
through
people
that.
first. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like also it's for people that are interested in my work and this kind of work, poster, collectors, all those things. It's a safe place where I can share my process pics and some details that I'm working on because I know that it's only on this group. People cannot share it,
Yeah, they can't
and
share it.
it's great. It's great because I can share. Hey, I'm working on it just to
Give
because if
give
not,
an
I can
update.
be three
Yeah.
months of radio silence. I'm not here.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not
At
doing
least with
anything,
them, they could see like, oh, this guy's still working. It's just taking a while.
and it's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but I'm also I try to be on all social media, but I'm not obsessed with.
Right.
I need to be posting what we talked
Exactly what we were
before.
talking about. So it's just more of like finding your
I enter
community.
every day. I need to. I want to see what is going on, to see what
Yeah.
people is doing, but I don't have the pressure to. Oh,
Like
I
post
need
yourself. Right.
to. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, man, for coming on. This was awesome.
Thank you for inviting me. Sorry because I know that with my English
No, dude, it
sometimes
was
it's hard to
perfect. Yeah, I
understand.
didn't even have to like translate anything, dude. You were great.
Yeah,
Um,
but I talk very fast in Spanish, so in English it's like.
Yeah, yeah, you're just trying to catch up, right? But again, thank you so much. I would love to have you on again, especially with the other guys from the Painters Collective to like learn more about that. I feel like that would be helpful for people to learn more about. But for now, thank you so much, man. Everybody, please follow him where he has said. I'll list it on the podcast end. And Alberto, don't leave yet. We just want to talk to you, but right now we're just gonna end the podcast. All right, guys, have a great one. All right.
Ciao.